Bringing small children to shul. Is it proper for one to bring his children to shul irrelevant of age? From what age should one start educating his children to come to shul? And is there any age that until that age, one should specifically not bring their children to shul? Or does it not make a difference? We all know parents bringing their children to shul is one of the basic forms of education, of educating a child in Torah and mitzvahs, making him feel part of the Jewish community, and the like. Although on the other hand, many people feel that their concentration on the prayers become disturbed due to the interruptions of the young children. Does halacha give any direction regarding this issue? So as a result of the general mitzvah of chinuch, that's an obligation upon the father of the child, it is a mitzvah and obligation upon a parent to educate his child to go to shul and participate in a minyan once the children have reached the age of chinuch. The Alter Rebbe writes in 124 Halacha 10, based on the Ramah 124:7, named the Kolbay, that one is to educate his young children to answer Amen for blessings and for Kaddish, and that from the moment that a child answers Amen, he has a portion in the world to come. So this is a very great matter in bringing one's children to shul, even young children, having them answer Amen. Likewise writes the Alter Rebbe, based on the Magen Avram, in that area, that one is to educate his children to stand and behave in shul with awe and fear. And here's where the many poskim discuss what do you do with children that do not act in a shul with awe and fear and run around like a playground, make noise and disturb the listeners. So as is recorded in the Alter Rebbe 98.1, 124.10, based on the Magen Avram 98.1, brought in the other poskim, El Yerabah, Shlah, Kaddish, Mishnah Berurah, Kaf HaChaim, and others. Children who run around shul for fun, make noise, disturb the parents and other worshippers, are not to be brought to shul at all. This is a halacha in Shulchanaruchharav. It is forbidden to bring them to shul. Writes the Shlah Kaddish, brought in the Mishnah Berurah. Then bringing such children to shul, besides for the fact that it disturbs everyone else and desecrates a holy place, it also educates them from young to treat a shul improperly like a playground, and makes them continue in their ways even when they're older, so writes the Shlah. Accordingly, children who are below the age of chinuch and are not able to sit still in shul without disrupting are not to be brought at all. And one should not fool himself that he's doing a matter of chinuch by bringing his young children to shul who are unable to sit still. So to summarize, it's a great mitzvah and obligation on a father to bring his children to shul if they have reached the age of chinuch and even below the age of chinuch. It's a mitzvah to educate them to answer Amen, and by doing so they have a chelik in the world to come. However, children that cannot sit still, that are not able to be educated to sit in shul and behave with awe and fear of the holy place and treat it like a playground, are not allowed to be brought to shul. And as the Shlah Kaddish writes, it actually is bad for their education, does not enter into them any matter of kedusha. Seeing that this matter is very common, we will quote from the words of the Shlah in the Sefer Shnei Luchas Habris regarding this issue, which we see was around even 500 years ago. Quote, in today's times, there are children who come to shul who cause those who bring them to get punished, as they come to desecrate the holiness of the shul and play in it like they play in the streets. One kid laughs with another kid hits another sings, another cries, another shouts, another runs around and chases a friend. Some children even do their needs in shul and are required to be cleaned and removed. At times the father gives his child a sefer and the child throws it on the floor or tears it. To summarize, says the Shlah, in conclusion, these children disturb the worshippers and desecrate the name of Hashem. One who brings such children to shul should not aspire to receive reward, and is rather to worry of the punishment that is befitting of him. This is similar to a master who brings his retarded slave with him to speak with the king, and the slave mocks and disturbs the entire congregation. Surely the king will release his wrath not on the imbecile slave, but on the master who brought him along. Furthermore, at times the parent begins playing with the child during his own prayer. The greatest evil of all this is that the child will grow up accustomed to his ill treatment of davening in a shul and continue to do so when older. Accordingly, one is not to bring very small children to shul, as he only loses out by doing so. End quote of the Shlah.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.